Now let's solve some exercise problems. First one, which of the following is the largest number? Option A, 20% of 200. Option B, 7% of 500. Option C, 1300% of 3. And option D, 700% of 9. Now let's look at the options. Option A, 20% of 200 is 20% of 200, which will give you 40. So option B, 7% of 500, that is 35. Option C, 1300% of 3, that is 39. And option D, that is 700% of 9, that is 9 sevens are 63. So the question is, which of the following is the largest number? So option D is the right answer, that is 63. The ratio of 5:4 expressed as a percent equals option A, 12.5%, option B, 45%, option C, 80%, and option D, 0.25%. The ratio of 5:4, that is 5/4, expressed as a percent means we'll multiply by 100, which will give you that is 25 is a 25 into 5, that is 125. So that is 125%. So option D is the right answer. A fruit seller had some oranges. He sells 30% of oranges and still has 140 oranges. Originally he had option A, 288 oranges, option B, 300 oranges, option C, 200 oranges, and option D, 450 oranges. Now let's consider X as the number of oranges he had originally. And in the question, he sells 30% of oranges and still he has 140 oranges. It means, so that X minus that 30% of oranges, which will gives you 140 oranges. So by solving this, that is 100x minus 30x by 100, which if you take that side, that is 140 into 100. So that is 70x. So x is equal to, which will give you 200. So 200 is the right answer, that is option C. The salary of Amit is 30% more than that of Varun. Find by what percentage is the salary of Varun less than that of Amit. Option A, 26.12%, option B, 23.07%, option C, 21.23%, and option D, 27.27%. Let the salary of Varun be 100. And from the question, the salary of Amit is 30% more than that of Varun, which means salary of Amit is 100 plus 30% of Amit, that is 130. So find by what percentage is the salary of Varun less than that of Amit. The difference in their salaries, that is 130 minus 100, which is 30, that comes in numerator, and in the denominator we are comparing Varun's salary with Amit's salary. So the Amit salary is 130, so which will give you, this get cancels, 300 by 13, that is equal to 23 point something. So in the options you are having 23 something is in the option B. So the answer is B. No need to go for the rest of the option.
The Indian cricket team has won 10 matches and lost 4 if the matches played represent 70% of the total matches in the tournament. Then, how many more matches should the team win so as to have a record of exactly 70% wins? Option A 4, option B 5, option C 6, and option D 3.
From the question, we can see that the Indian cricket team has won 10 matches and lost 4. So they have played 10 wins plus 4 losses, that is equal to 14. This 14 is the total matches that they have played, and if the matches played represent 70% of the total matches in the tournament, it means this 14 matches represents 70% of the total matches. So how many matches represents 100%? So if we cross multiply, you will get the answer as 20. This is the total number of matches in the tournament. So now the question is, then how many more matches should the team win so as to have a record of exactly 70% win? Means it has to win 70% of this total matches, that is 20, that is 70% of 20, which is equal to 14 matches. So India, to have a record of exactly 70% win, India should win 14 matches in total. So they have already won 10 matches, so they need to win 4 more matches. So the option is option A.
Vicky's salary is 75% more than Ashu's. Vicky got a rise of 40% on his salary, while Ashu got a rise of 25% on her salary. By what percent is Vicky's salary more than Ashu's? Option A 96%, option B 51.1%, option C 90%, and option D 52.1%.
Now let's assume Ashu's salary be 100. And in the question they have given Vicky's salary is 75% more than Ashu's salary. It means 75% of this 100, which is equal to 75. So Vicky's salary will be equal to this 100 plus 75, which is equal to 175. Now Vicky got a rise of 40% on his salary. So 40% hike means his salary will be, now his salary will become 175 plus 40% of 175. So which is equal to 175. This part will be equal to 70. So 175 plus 70, which is equal to 245. And Ashu got a rise of 25% on her salary. It means her salary is 100, 25% hike means that is 25. So 100 plus 25, which is equal to 125. Now Ashu's salary is 125 and Vicky's salary is 245. Now the question is, by what percent is Vicky's salary more than Ashu's? It means the difference in their salary is 245 minus 125, which is equal to 120, which comes in numerator, and in denominator we are comparing Vicky's salary with Ashu's salary. So Ashu's salary is 125. So since it's percentage, so into 100, which is equal to 25 5s are 25 4s are, so which is equal to 96. The answer is option A.
In an examination, out of 540 students, 70% of the girls and 80% of the boys have passed. If the total pass percentage was 72%, then what is the difference between the number of boys and girls who took the examination? Option A 324, option B 280, option C 108, option D 432.
Let's assume the number of boys B and the number of girls B G. And in the question they have given there are total number of 540 students. So boys plus girls equal to 540 and call it as equation 1. 70% of the girls and 80% of the boys have passed, and also they have given the total pass percentage was 72%. This 72% constitutes both girls and boys, right? So we can equate these two. From that we can write it as 70% of girls plus 80% of boys, which is equal to 72% of total boys plus girls, right? By solving the above equation, 70% of girls plus 80% of boys, so 70% of boys plus 72% of girls. So if you take the 70% of girls that side and the 72% of boys this side, it will become 8% of boys is equal to 2% of girls. So if you cancel this percent and then it will become 4B is equal to G, and let's call it as equation 2. By solving these two equations, by substituting this G is equal to 4B in equation 1, so B plus 4B is equal to 540. So 5B is equal to 540. B is equal to 108. So now we got the number of boys is equal to 108. So if we substitute this in equation 1, girls is equal to 540 minus 108, which is equal to 432. Now we got both the number of boys and also the number of girls. Now the question is the difference between the number of boys and the girls who took the examination. So the difference of these two will give you the answer. So 432 minus 108, which is equal to 324. So 324, option A is the answer.
Two friends, Akash and Binu, had some candies each. One of them had 15 candies more than the other. The candies with Akash was 60% of the total candies with them. How many candies did each have? Option A 40,25, option B 47,32, option C 45,30, and option D 50,35.
Two friends, Akash and Binu, had some candies each. One of them had 15 candies more than the other. So let's assume the candies with them be X and X plus 15. Since they have given one of them had 15 candies more than the other. The candies with Akash was 60% of the total candies with them. It means Akash is having more number of candies than Binu, because they have given he is having 60% of the total candies. So from this we can assume that the candies with Binu is x and the candies with Akash is equal to x plus 15. The candies with Akash was 60% of the total candies with them. So we can equate that to this x plus 15. So x plus 15 is equal to 60% of the total candies with them, means x plus 15. So by solving this get cancels and it will be equal to 3 by 5, and this is x plus x 2x plus 15, which is equal to 5x plus 75, 6x plus 15 3s are 45. By taking this 45 this side, it becomes 75 minus 45, which is equal to 30, and by taking this 5x right hand side, which is equal to 6x minus 5x, will give you x. So the value of x is 30. From this we can say that the number of candies with Binu is equal to x, right? So which is equal to 30. This is the number of candies with Binu, and the number of candies with Akash is equal to x plus 15, that is 30 plus 15, which is equal to 45. So the answer is option C.
A student erroneously multiplied a number by 2 by 5 instead of 5 by 2. What is the percentage error in the calculation? Option A 54%, option B 84%, option C 64%, option D 74%.
Let the number be 100, and the question they have given, a student erroneously multiplied a number by 2 by 5 instead of 5 by 2. So 2/5 of this 100, which is equal to 5 ones of 5 is 40, and 5 by 2 of that number is, which is equal to 250. Here the student has got 40 instead of getting 250. Since the correct value is 250, and we should consider that as the base, and we need to calculate percentage error, right? So percentage error is equal to, we should take the difference between these two, that is 250 minus 40, which is equal to 210, which comes in numerator, and the denominator, this correct value and the base value, that comes in denominator, and into 100. This get cancels, 25 ones up, 25 fours up, 21 into 4, which is equal to 84%. So option B is the right answer.
In the university examination last year, Rajesh scored 65% in English and 82% in history. What is the minimum percent he should score in sociology, which is out of 50 marks, if English and history were for 100 marks each, if he aims at getting 78% overall? Option A 94%, option B 92%, option C 98%, and option D 96%.
Rajesh has scored 65% in English and 82% in history, and they have given English and history were for 100 marks each. So 65% of this 100, which is equal to 65, and 82% of 100, that is equal to 82. So 65 plus 82, which is equal to 147. These are the marks that he has scored both in English and also in history. And the question is, what is the minimum percent he should score in sociology, which is out of 50 marks? It means English and history were for 100 marks each, and sociology is for out of 50. So the total marks is 250, and he has to get 78% overall. It means 78% of this 250. So 5 2s are 5 5s are 25, and 2 1s are, and 2 39s are. So 39 into 5, which is equal to 195. So he has to score 195 marks out of 250. Now, by subtracting 147 from 195, that is 195 minus 147, which is equal to 48. Now we should score 48 in sociology. So, but the question is, what is the minimum percent you should score in sociology? So we should express the answer in percentage. So 48 is what percentage of 50? That is 48 by 50 to 100 equal to 51s are 2s are. So 48 into 2, that is 96. So 96%. So option D is the right answer.
In an election between two candidates, one got 55% of the total valid votes, 20% of the votes were invalid. If the total number of votes was 7,500, the number of valid votes that the other candidate got was option A 2,700, option B 2,500, option C 2,900, and option D 3,100.
It's given that the total number of votes was 7,500. And also they have given 20% of the votes were invalid. It means 80% of the votes are valid. So 80% of this 7,500, that is equal to 6,000. This is the valid votes. And also they have given one has got 55% of the total valid votes. It means the other one has got 45% of the valid votes. So 45% of this will give us the answer. So 45% of 6,000, which is equal to 2,700. So option A is the right answer.
The total population of a village increased from 18,000 to 22,500 in a decade. The average percentage increase of a population per year of that village is option A 2.37%, option B 2.5%, option C 3.6%, and option D 6.75%.
From the given, the population increase in 10 years is 22,500 minus 18,000, which is equal to 4,500. And now the percentage increase is given by the difference, that is 4,500, which comes in numerator, and in the denominator the original value, which is 18,000, into 100. This get cancels, and this 2 9s up, 2 5s up, 9 1s up, 9 5s up. Find 5, which is equal to 25%. This is for 10 years. But the question is the average percentage increase of the population per year of that village. They have asked per year. It means for 1 year we need to calculate. So if we divide that 25% by 10, we will get 2.5%. So option B is the right answer.
A housewife saved rupees 2.50 in buying an item on sale. If she spent rupees 25 for them, approximately how much percent she saved in the transaction? Option A 8%, option B 9%, option C 10%, and option D 11%.
From the question, it's given that a housewife saved rupees 2.5. It means her savings is 2.5 rupees. If she spent rupees 25 for them, approximately how much percent she saved in the transaction? It means the actual price is equal to, she has spent 25 and her savings is 2.5, so which is equal to 27.5 rupees. Now the question is how much percent she saved in the transaction. That is percentage savings is equal to, our savings is 2.5 rupees, which comes in numerator, and in the denominator actual price is 27.5 into 100. That we can write it as 25 11s are 25 hundreds are, so 11 9s are 99 1. So if we keep it in mixed fraction, that is 9 1 by 11, which is nearly equal to 9%. So option B is the right answer.
Of the adult population in Nagpur, 45% of men and 25% of women are married. What percentage of the total population of adults is married? Assume that no man marries more than one woman and vice versa. Option A 33.33%, option B 32.14%, option C 31.1%, and option D 30%.
They have given 45% of the men are married and 25% of the women are married. So 45% of men married. And let's assume the number of men be 100. Now 45% of the men are married means 45% of this 100, which is equal to 45. So the number of married men is equal to 45. So to balance 45 men, 45 women should be married. So, and we know that 25% of the women are married. So 25% of women is equal to 45. That is 25 by 100, which is 25 by 100 into W, which is equal to 45. And W is equal to 45 by 25 into 100. So 1's up, 4's up, which is equal to 180. This is the total number of women. Now we know that the total number of women is 180 and the total number of men is 100. Hence, the total number of adult is 180 plus 100, which is equal to 280. And the total number of married people is 45 plus 45, which is equal to 90. But the question is, what percentage of the total population of adults is married? So 90 is what percentage of 280? 90 by 280 into 100 is equal to how much? This get cancels and the answer is 32.14%. So the option B is the right answer.